Hi everyone, welcome to TGIF, another Friday, another episode. Technology plays a vital role when it comes to life sciences as it enables access, acquisition and analysis of data leading towards construction of products and services. Of course, eventual intent is to improve human health and life. And in life sciences, genomics deals with precision medicine leveraging next generation sequencing data analysis. As Microsoft, we offer genome data analysis on Azure. And to talk more about it, it's my pleasure to welcome Arvind Raman, technology specialist in Microsoft India, for a short conversation. So, Arvind, welcome to TGIF.
Thank you, Sandeep. Pleasure to be on your show.
Wonderful. So, Arvind, genomics study, decipher this field for us in simple terms before we get into discussing technology behind it. Go for it.
Surely. Genomics essentially involves studying of the specific human genes and primarily is split across three key activities: primary, secondary and tertiary analysis. Primary analysis involves sequencing of the human DNA, wherein we pick up the double coil helix and break it into its nucleotide bases. You'd be surprised to know, Sandeep, the nucleotide in a normal human genome is about 6 billion pairs.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Yeah. Moving ahead, the secondary analysis is wherein we pick up the sequenced DNA and compare it with a human reference genome and try to identify what are the anomalies, what are the mutations, and then take necessary actions. The third and the critical activity is the tertiary analysis, wherein we try to understand how would a particular gene behave. A gene is coming in from a cell, from a tissue, how would it behave under different situations, and based on this study, we leveraged targeted therapies to kind of prevent the disease.
Wonderful. So, when we say precision medicine, it's all about study. Eventually, you have a reference data and bring in the new, I would say, variants you're seeing and look at how best you can normalize them.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, particularly from an Indian context perspective, in the field of oncology, is wherein every organization is building in this gene therapy to solve those specific challenges faced by the patient.
Perfect. So let's look at this. Where is Indian healthcare industry when it comes to genomic study, especially those studies being conducted in India? So what's your reflection on that?
Surely. So, Sandeep, the way we've seen it is that from a primary analysis perspective, there are multiple players who do the sequencing of genes. But when it comes to secondary and tertiary analysis, we still kind of don't have the full-fledged infrastructure to do it. And that's where we've seen organizations send across these tissue samples to different countries in North America and Europe. The challenge in that is primarily twofold. The first is the duration. On an average, it takes about 1.5 to 2 months to send these samples and get it back. And second, from a cost perspective also, it is prohibitively high, way beyond the reach of common man. So there is a huge opportunity in this segment in India to offer secondary and tertiary analysis.
Perfect. I think the future, as we hear in the industry, when we actually do a doctor visit, depending on our individual DNA sequences, so they offer precision personalized medicine. That's the future, right?
Absolutely, Sandeep.
Perfect. Let's look at this. Now, we understood what is genomics and Indian industry in terms of where they stand on the studies. Let's look at what does it we have to offer as Microsoft when it comes to genomics analysis on Azure. So, tell us more about that.
Surely. So, considering the critical importance, Microsoft provides an end-to-end platform for doing the secondary and tertiary analysis. This platform is called Microsoft Genomics on Azure Accelerator, wherein we provide a portfolio of third-party as well as first-party services for analysis. To talk about some of the components involved in it, it starts with data management, data repository, computational pipelines, workflow managers like Nextflow or Cromwell. Then we talk about high-powered computing and multiple of these. So using these different portfolio of services, we provide a single stop for the customer. The key value proposition for the customer is that these services are integrated with Azure, be it machine learning, be it AI, so the customer doesn't have to kind of look at any third-party services. The second is scalability. You can scale up and scale down based on your specific requirements. The third is in terms of the genomics data platform, wherein we kind of have tools to bring in your complete genomic pipeline, store them, and do the processing, and most importantly, parallel processing, wherein you can do these complete genome sequences, parallelly process them, and significantly save on time.
Perfect. That's fabulous, Arvind. In fact, when you mentioned the term accelerator, that means for an healthcare institution, if there are any research institute that who's interested in genomic study on Azure, we give them a starter kit. That means let's say a Python notebook is an example where you have to do a bit of analysis. So all the stuff becomes part of the startup kit in terms of infrastructure and accelerator, which comes in the form of certain solutions, building blocks. So that startup cost is minimal as they get going on this trail.
Absolutely, Sandeep. It's a whole end-to-end package solution. Right. Not only this, we also bring in data sets. Some of the world's most populous data sets for genomic analysis is also something which we provide with Azure. So you just bring in your specific data, leverage these workflows, and get started with it. So possibly we are looking at about 6 to 8 weeks to kind of start off with the secondary analysis and get some specific insights into the particular issue.
Awesome, Arvind, that's very interesting. So if, let's say, a customer in the healthcare industry or any research institute wants to get started in this field on Azure, so starting point for them?
Surely. So Sandeep, it's fairly easy and straightforward for organizations to get started.
Okay.
We have the complete portfolio of services in a general available in GA currently in India.
Right.
So you just bring in the sequence data, and then we bring in a partner to kind of build in those computational pipelines and doing the specific analysis. So based on our experiences, on an average about 8 to 10 weeks is what it would take to kind of do a quick MVP wherein you could get in the results of your specific analysis. Today, we've also seen organizations integrating genomics with their EMR data and with their HIS data, which offers significant opportunities to kind of provide a customer 360 view and provide the necessary analysis.
Arvind, that is brilliant narrative. You basically capsuled the most complex topic in a very simple fashion. Thank you so much for that one. And for all viewers today, thanks for joining us. And as Arvind mentioned, I think this is a niche field for sure. And if there's any healthcare institution who wants to start the journey in terms of second and tertiary analysis on Azure, time to start now. And we as Microsoft can help you here. And Arvind is an SME on the topic. So Arvind, once again, thanks for your time. And for all viewers, thanks for watching us today. Keep watching TGIF. Have a wonderful Friday. A great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.